Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all good. So here we are at December 16th of the Charlie's Nala Advent Calendar. And for today's design, I decided I would use a polygel because I did want the Advent Calendar to have a mix of different systems. And I haven't done a polygel video yet. So that's what we're going to be doing today. First up, let's take a look at what is in package number 16 of the Charlie's Nala Advent Calendar. So for today, we have a beautiful pink glitter. So this one is called Disco Queen, and it's kind of like a fuchsia pink glitter mix. And then I'm going to open it up and show you guys it a little bit closer. But it does have some iridescent pieces in there as well, which I absolutely love. And it's got a little bit of a holographic and multi-tonal effect to it as well. There's kind of some silver in there, a little bit of teal maybe. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but it's a really beautiful mix. Now for my polygel, I'm going to be using Model 1s. So I have 015 and 013 as well as their base and top coat. Now I'm going to come in with the base coat first and just apply a thin layer of this to my display tip. Usually when I'm working on display tips, I skip doing the base coat, but for polygel, I thought it would be best to have the base coat down just because the tips themselves can be a bit slippy and slidey. So the base coat is going to give them the polygel, sorry, a bit of a tacky layer to stick onto. I've then taken quite a large amount of the 015 polygel, and this is a really beautiful cover pink colour. It's very opaque, so if you was using this on yourself or a client, it's going to cover any imperfections that might be on the nail bed, as well as covering the natural nails free edge so you can create a extended nail bed. It's such a beautiful colour as well as being very opaque and highly pigmented as well. So I've placed that down on to the cuticle area, and I'm just using a little bit of the Model 1's slip solution on my brush just to pat that into place and create the shape of my extended nail bed or my smile line, whichever you prefer to call it. Now, I've only played around with polygel a few times, so it's not exactly a system that I'm very good at using, but it is fairly simple to work with. And one of the things I do love about it is you're able to pretty much play around with it as much as you like, especially when you are creating extended nail beds or color blocking. It's not going to cure in place until you pop it in your LED or UV lamp to cure. So it means you can really faff around like I'm doing here for things like your smile lines. And another thing that I do absolutely love about it is it files very, very easily. So if you do end up with a bit of a messy application because you're a beginner or you're new to polygel, it's very easy to fix with your file when it does come to your finished filing. Here I just had a tiny speck of glitter stuck in the polygel, which I wanted to remove because I wanted my smile line to look nice and crisp. So I did just have to dig into that a little bit. And again, that doesn't matter. You're very easily able to manipulate the product back into place and get a nice smooth application. I did spend a fair bit of time faffing about getting this smile line as happy as I could, to be honest. You probably could do this a lot quicker and save yourself some time by perfecting your smile line with your file. But I just wanted to get it as neat as I could using my brush because I personally hate filing on these display tips. So I am just taking my time, pushing into that polygel, using the brush to nudge it into place. I'm making sure that my apex and structure are built up with this colour because I'm only going to be encapsulating the very free edge of the nail. So I am making sure that there's enough thickness throughout this part of the nail. You also want to build up a fair bit of height for the wall of your smile line so that you are able to file it nice and crisp and push your glitters up against it. Once I was finally happy with the smile line, I did pop it in to cure for 60 seconds, and this is what it's looking like. I then off camera filed it with a 180 grit file, just went over the surface as well a little bit to smooth out any unevenness. And then I'm taking some of the base coat and I'm popping this down on my palette because I'm going to use the base coat to mix with my glitter so I can apply it a little bit easier to the nail. So I'm taking that gorgeous Disco Queen glitter and just popping a little bit down into that base coat, and then I'm going to give it a good mix together. Now, I find it a little bit easier if you've got plenty of base coat down when you're mixing in chunkier glitters because they then go on a lot smoother. So here you can see the glitter was looking very thick and lumpy and just a bit gritty. So I decided to add a little bit more base coat into that mix just because then it's going to make it a whole lot easier to apply. I'm making sure to give it a good stir just so that that base coat is encapsulating all around that glitter, and it's just going to make it, like I said, a hell of a lot easier to apply. And then all I'm going to use is my Kiki London angled nail art brush, and I'm scooping up that base coat and glitter mix and I'm applying it to the entire tip of the nail. And rather than painting it on, I'm kind of just floating it on just so that I don't pull away too much of the glitter and I can get right down into the wings of that smile line. I want the entire tip to be glittery, so I want to make sure there's no gaps. And as you can see, I've not popped a colour underneath, so I do need to make sure that I can get full coverage with that glitter. Now, because this is a multi-cut glitter mix, it's fairly easy to get full coverage because it has got quite a few finer pieces in there. But I'm just working it down into those wings, getting it all into place. I'm trying my best not to get any on the smile line that we've built up, but it doesn't matter too much if you do because you can file away the excess further along in the design. You do need to make sure, however, though, that you are getting plenty down in these wings of the nail, especially when you're doing quite a deep smile line like I have done here, just because if you miss out those areas, you're gonna really notice it when it comes to the overall finished result. So whilst I'm just finishing up this, I thought I'd take a moment to ask how you are all doing. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Here in the UK, it feels like it's on a little bit of a downer with all of the speak of the new COVID variants and stuff. So it's been a bit of a crappy day for me, to be honest. I feel like I'm trying to block it all out and just focus on Christmas, but it is a little bit of a worry. I really don't want us to end up in another lockdown in January, but I guess we can only see. But I hope wherever you are in the world, you're doing okay. Now, on top of, back to the nails, by the way, on top of the glitter, I decided to come in with another glitter. This is another Charlie's Nail Art glitter mix. I think this one's called Winter Wonderland, but I'll double check and leave it linked in the description box below. And it has some large chunky snowflakes, so I've picked up one of those and just a few more iridescent pieces. You don't really see them, to be honest, even in the finished result. It's kind of one of those glitters that you need to see in person. Now, once I had applied that second glitter over the top of the pink one and the base coat, I did pop all of that into Cure. So I'm coming in over the top of that cured glitter with my clear Polygel. Now, I have only tried 2 or 3 Polygel brands, but this Model 1's clear Polygel has to be my favourite. It's a very, very crystal clear, so it makes encapsulating things like glitter amazing because you still get that crystal glass finish to it. Now, with this clear encapsulation layer, I'm mainly focusing this on the very tip of the nail. Anywhere I've applied that pink glitter needs to be encapsulated. And as I'm encapsulating it, I do need to build up the rest of the thickness and the structure of the nail. You don't want it to be too thick or bulky, of course, but you do want to make sure that you've got enough thickness there that if you was wearing a nail of this length on yourself, you wouldn't snap it off. Now, it doesn't matter if this clear polygel layer goes over the pink extended nail bed because same as before, you can file away any excess. So I'm just taking my time to pat it into place. Again, trying to get a smooth application as possible, but I'm not the best with polygel. I did feel as though here as well, I had a little bit too much of the slip solution on my brush, which you want to avoid doing that from what I know. Any of the excess polygel, I'm just blending back because I knew I would need a little bit more down in those wings of the nail, and it's a lot easier to do with one ball of polygel rather than having to come in with another. And then once I was happy with how that encapsulation layer was looking, I'm then going to pop this in to cure for 60 seconds. Just touching it up a little bit here. I think at that point I was trying to check the nail from all angles and just having a look around at the sidewalls just to make sure that everything was encapsulated, because you don't want to have any gaps or any areas of glitter that are not encapsulated by that clear layer, because otherwise you're going to file off that glitter when it does come to finish filing. So I always like to take a moment just to check the nail from all angles. Then I'm going to pop this in to cure for 60 seconds. So this is what the nail looked like once it was cured. As you can see, the clear is very, very clear and it has a beautiful high shine to it. Off camera, I then filed and buffed this nail into shape, and I wanted to finish off with a little bit of stamping because I did want to keep the design a little bit more Christmassy and you couldn't really see that snowflake. So I decided to come in with my Nicole diary. I think this is the 197 plate and it's just full of beautiful Christmas images. So I decided to pick up these little Christmas ornaments. I'm also using the Nicole Diary stamping polish here. So I've applied my stamping polish, scraped, rolled my stamper, and as you can see, we've picked up that image and I'm just cleaning off any of the excess. And then I'm just going to stamp this down. I wanted the decorations to come down from the cuticle area. So I'm just lining that up using my stamper, and then I'm going to press down, slight wriggle from side to side, and then lift off. And then it just added that little Christmas element to the nail because the glitter itself is a glitter that you're going to be able to use all year round. So that in itself wasn't very Christmassy, but those little Christmas decorations added Christmas. So I'm now going to come in and use the Model 1's No Wipe Top Coat. I'm just going to apply a thin layer of this to the entire nail, and then I'll pop that in to cure for 60 seconds, and then we will be at the end of the video. So I have left a little clip of the finished result and a photo for you guys to check out. I don't do too many polygel designs, but I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, then please do give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you hit that subscription button. And then I shall see you all again in tomorrow's advent calendar video. Lots of love, take care, bye bye.